Hi everybody. I've been trying to broadcast all afternoon. I've walked around this base. This is the Keesler Air Force Base in Biloxi, Mississippi. I thought it would be a great idea to walk or run the grounds while doing a live. That didn't work out so well for a number of reasons, and hopefully if I can get some people on here, I'll tell you why. Okay, there you go. So the base here, the signal for sprint is really bad, so I wasn't successful with that. And then number two, there's a brisk wind, and number three, I can't see very well. The sun is in my eyes, so I don't know if you guys can see me, so I'll do the best I can. And then the baby took a nap, so I wasn't able to get her on, but there'll be other times for that. So anyway, hi everybody. Hey, Andrews FJ, how are you? My voice is bad, so I'm not going to sit on here very long because it's not like somebody hugely important, but I did want to say something about what I've been going through, my changes, and how I feel that pertains to, I'm going to get out of the air a little bit here, how I feel that pertains to addicts, addiction, and the whole process of feeling pain, right? Because we try to run from it every chance we get. And I had to make some difficult choices, and I've been hurting over that, choices that I needed to make to keep myself healthy and well. And I was proud of myself for doing that, and yet it still hurt, and we look to things, anything, whether it be gosh, it doesn't necessarily have to be anything unhealthy, but look to something to distract us from that pain. And I think that part of the reason that people who were addicted for so long find themselves always seeking chaos and drama is because we get stopped at a state of our maturity about the time where we begin using. And that state of maturity is halted, and there's no growth because we're not feeling pain. We're not going through the processes that most humans go through as they go along in life, and we try to numb that, right? So the importance of pain, feeling pain and experiencing it and going through, the ups and downs and ebbs and flows of that is so important. It's more important than it probably is to about anyone else. And so, I walked around and I'm feeling this like the whole week, and it was just horrible. I just, sometimes I thought that, I don't know, my heart was just going to jump out of my chest because I had other things to distract me while I was in Virginia, even if what was distracting me was chaos. So then I come to this area and I have peace, and it's just, it's me alone with those feelings and those things that I need to resolve, which I think I came through the worst of it, even though I ended up getting sick in the meantime. And so as such, I just, when I guess there has been points in my life where I'm thinking about what it is that I use. People ask me, what do you use to get through your pain or whatever? And I think that a lot of it has to do with, so that you don't revert back to old ways, right? A lot of it has to do with new mindsets. And my son taught me something that I thought was just crazy, that he would be teaching me this. He was never a morning person, and I'm not a morning person, right? Hi, Thomas. And so I thought there would never be a time that I would be a morning person, and I thought there would never be a time that he would be a morning person. And he is up at 4 a.m. and out the door, and he's a fitness instructor, whatever, amongst the other things he does. And he's an entirely different person with an entirely different agenda. He's very goal-oriented, and he's very disciplined. And so, when it comes to getting yourself well, part of that is also the physical part of it. You cannot be well mentally if you don't at least try to address your physical issues, because they weigh heavily on you. And I do believe the body is a temple, and is we've been instructed by God to take care of it as best we can. And I think people sometimes find that maybe vain or whatever, but it indeed is not. It is what you are ordered to do. It's what the Bible tells you to do. So when you are healthy and well, there is a sense of well-being that comes over you, and then you're able to, I think, emulate, sort of, have to forgive me, I've got like distractions that showed up all around me all of a sudden. You're able to exude that to others, you know what I mean? And Another thing would be, you know, is getting distracted by what other people are doing, whether it's directly impacting you, or if it's something that they're doing or someone else is comparing you or whatever, is really getting to the point where you put your blinders on each side and walk your road, you know, aware of what's going on around you, but not focused on it, full speed ahead. So it is a bit of a test, and I think that says my connection's weak. I'm going to do the best I can. I might end up having to go back to Wi-Fi. But I do think that part of the growth process is going through endurance training. You know, when we look at today's youth and generations and what's going on with people, I think the number one issue, at least to me, is the perception that, you know, everything is easy and that we get everything easily, and then if we don't, you know, we suffer as a result. We have to strengthen our core, and you strengthen your core by going through some tough stuff. And you know, I also think that means being accountable, not feeling sorry for yourself. I don't get into the whole debate on, you know, medically assisted treatment versus you know, spiritual programs or whatever. I think it all works. I don't weigh in on what other people are trying to do as long as they're trying to get in the right direction. Because I feel like I don't know what their walk is, and I'm not in their shoes, so I don't want to really speculate on that. So then I've come a long way on that, because there was a time where I was very opinionated, and that all comes from ego. And so, you know, at this point in time, I'm in a peaceful place. I'm going to get back to writing and hopefully get back to some health, you know, and hopefully just dig in there and figure out what, you know, what it is I want to do next. I know that it includes advocacy. I know that it includes, you know, speaking to youth and telling them the one thing that I'd learned a long time ago, but I didn't actually act on, which is that when there is a place of feeling sorry for yourself, that's a bit of an ego thing, and from that grows many, many bad things, many unhealthy things that find you in a place where you, even if it's anger, it doesn't matter what it is, anger, pain, hurt, whatever, almost 100% always linked to ego. And that is the part that we have to work at every day, all day. And you don't get to that better place in a month. You don't get to it in 2 months. It's a lifelong journey. You learn every single day something new, probably every single hour, if the truth is told. And just like I just learned that you can't really do a live video in Biloxi, Mississippi on off-base housing because they don't have good Sprint coverage. So anyway, I'm going to try this again from my Wi-Fi at home in a little bit, but I just wanted to at least try this once, and obviously it's not going to work. So I'm going to finish my exercise and run or whatever, get back, and then hopefully we'll have a better message a little bit later. But anyway, thanks guys, and see you soon. Bye.